Okay, so we've got the 6x6 in, and our mission is to turn it from what you see behind me into something that is going to look absolutely mint and function as a tourer, because having the extra axle, you know this thing's going to be loaded up and you know she's going out into the middle of nowhere. So with that, we are going to turn it from what it is today into something that's capable of going absolutely anywhere and have everything on board that it needs to get it there and back again. So let's get into this build, and it's going to be a good one. Okay, so we are now ripping the innards apart on the dual cab to get it prepped for sound deadening. So come along with me and I will show you what's going on. We just got to pull everything out of this car basically, so let's go look.
And we're coming after
What are you doing, Ryan?
Pulling stuff out.
And we're coming after you. And we're coming after you. And we're coming after you.
Thread and it'll move. See, there's two flats on the thread. Yeah. Are you able to chuck those nuts in?
No more tinny roof or tin doors. Sound a lot better.
And we're coming after you. And we're coming after you. 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 And 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 we're coming after you.
So JMACX has done the conversion, 6x6 setup, as you can see. Now it is up to us to basically turn this thing into something that you'd want to drive down the driveway rather than it in its current state. That's what we're going to do. It's going to be sweet.
When we're coming after you. And we're coming
This is the old dash piece. As you can see, they've had down a couple of switch panels there to fit some rocker switches. Nowadays they have a genuine switch replacement, as you can see.
And we're coming after you. 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 I'm coming after you. We're coming after you.
Okay, so the 6x6 is done for now. John does still have a couple of things that he wants to do on the truck, but we're waiting on those components to be released. So for now, she is done and dusted with us. We've done a fair bit on this. The tray and the canopy setup, obviously from PCOR. We did the fit up of those products here though. The conversion was done up at JMACX. The vehicle started with those guys. They did the whole 6-wheel drive conversion, chassis, all of that pretty damn awesome stuff. Then the vehicle came down to us and we have had it here, kind of cleaning it up and getting it to the point where it is now. Under bonnet clean up, because this is a 2016 workmate, believe it or not. So we've brought it from where she was to what it is now. So things like, you know, old dual battery setups and wiring locations and bits and bobs like that, we've had to change, reroute things. We kind of stripped it back and started again, really. Full sound deadening on the interior also, like it used to have an old body on it. So things like the boat loader John already had in his previous setup, we've adapted that to the new fit out on the vehicle. Other things that we also did, roof rack was a little bit of a shamble. He used to have the antenna up there, wiring was a little bit everywhere, so we've removed it, cleaned it up. He's got a bunch of solar up there from his previous build, so we left the panels and they are now feeding the setup that's in the PCOR canopy. In that canopy, he opted for one of their full options, so it's got like a full lithium setup, a red arc suite, BMS, 1000 watt inverter as well. Very, very nice inside that, and that's basically a complete setup from those guys. So you can literally buy that product from them and it comes like that, set up, ready to rock and roll. All that we did here was plumb everything from the tray side into the vehicle, so it obviously works with the car. Things like central locking, power to charge the dual battery system from vehicle, things like the water pump and the compressor and stuff like that needs to be working from the vehicle. We've done that, tray's going on and it looks awesome, absolute weapon of a thing. We've also done the rear winch as well, and we've got the ultra hooks on both front and rear now. 7-pin round on the back with a little bit of a special bracket and a Anderson plug there for towing, and then we've done a quick release on the water tap. We've got a tap in the vehicle, literally plug it in, turn the pump on, and away you go. In the back here, this is our onboard air system and our water pump as well, so they're both located in the rear box. ARB twin compressor, air outlet there as well. As you can see, John has gone with the PCOR rims to suit the PCOR tray, and then he's got the 35-inch Gladiator X comps on these. Absolutely monstrosity of tyres. Definitely a very, very aggressive pattern as well on the tread. Something different. We have added a couple of things to the interior of the ute as well, so new switching in the dash to get rid of some old rocker switches and bits and bobs like that, and we've done a Department of Interior floor console as well to help tidy that up a bit. We put a new Alpine 7-inch head unit in also, and then we ran a cable all the way down to the back for a reverse camera because this thing is so long. You definitely want to be able to see out the back of it. In the rear here, we did our sub box and our rear wall panel as well, due to the fact that what was in there previously wasn't going to work with what John wanted, so we kind of removed that, put this in so we could then mount our ARB compressor that runs his diff lockers on the wall and his amplifier as well, so everything was kind of up off the floor and onto the back wall. This thing from Department of Interior, really, really cool setup. And it does have the provisions there for child restraints if needed, something that, well, people without children are kind of getting just in case. If you didn't notice, I did mention that this was a 2016 model, so we have done the bonnet upgrade on it to the newer version. Then we did have it painted as well to suit. A little bit of custom colouring there for John at his request. Come up pretty nice as well. Let's have a look under the bonnet. I'll show you guys what we got up to under there. Just a little bit of a clean up. We did add the under bonnet dual bat setup as well. There wasn't anything there, so we have done that for John also. All of our fusing and relaying we like to keep around the battery area where possible. Little relay bank down in here, and then all our fusing, we love running these little on battery type fuse blocks. Great thing about them is that if you do need to get your battery out, they come off with the terminals really simple, really easy. Accessible, easily labelled, and to be able to service it, super simple. And then we've got all of our MIDI fuse holders to run all our larger things like our compressors, stereo and things like that, draw a fair bit of power. We do have an ISO switch up the front here for the rear winch as well. That way that thing doesn't have constant power running to it. Easily accessible. Well, that's it for the 6x6 guys. Hope you enjoyed this quick walkthrough of the vehicle. Make sure you hit the like button, share, subscribe. We will see you guys when we do another build. Peace.
Coronas. I've been working, I need that advance with the bonus.